Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Backstage Sports Show. My name is JT Harker.
I'm Joe Connor.
And we are brought to you, as always, by the FLO, the Free Lou Organization.
Yes,
Obviously, all proceeds going to Sweet Lou Williams, who's wrongfully convicted, wrongfully accused of doing something that nobody should ever be ridiculed for.
True.
And all proceeds, every dollar made has to be in the form of physical dollar bills.
Yes.
Sent to our address. We'll post the address later in the show. It has to be $1 bills. It goes straight to Lou Williams.
In addition to that, we also have a very special guest with us today.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
This guy is now he's an official. He's an official sports guy. Okay. So we gotta pay our respects.
We're not official. Look at my shirt.
No, well, that's an official
You're calling
shirt.
this not official?
That's definitely an official shirt. But we have a real aficionado on the podcast today. This guy is a Spectrum News 1 anchor. He covers Lakers, he covers Dodgers, he covers Rams, and he's a Philly guy, straight out of Philly, another Philly to LA connection. We also share the same high school. We both went to the same high school. Shout out Gerard Academic Music Program in Philly. But Timothy Parker, welcome to the show. What's up, bro?
What's up, y'all? So I got to tread lightly with this Lou stuff because there was so much I wanted to say on Twitter this weekend. I was like, you know what? Because it's like there was so much to say.
But I think, much to say.
The bottom line is this. No matter what you want to say about what happened, the wings, or him just going there, any of it, the bottom line is that the only thing that matters is that no matter what he did, he probably would have had to do that 10-day quarantine anyway.
He probably would have had, but the thing is, the reason why it's really on him in this situation is because the minimum quarantine is 4, right? Mm-hmm. Now, because he went to a public space, quote unquote public space with multiple people and all everything, they extended his to 10-day. And a lot of people think a little bit of a punishment is wrapped up in that 10-day quarantine. He's going to miss Thursday's opener. He's going to miss, I forget what their schedule is after that, but I think he's going to miss a couple of the first seeding games, which is important to them because.
Not really. I guess so, because they could be 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they can be 3, and they can start round 1 of the playoffs against the Rockets.
Yeah.
If the Rockets fall to that, so that 3. So this means something. This is important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You guys, okay, hold on. Enough with the speculation. This is bull crap.
Listen.
Okay? You listen. You listen to me, Joseph Connor. You listen.
Okay.
These are the facts. You're not listening. Listen.
We're listening.
These are the facts.
Uh-huh.
He said he had a family emergency.
He did. It was supposed to be a funeral. It was supposed to be his grandpa's funeral or something.
Don't add facts. I'm saying all the facts right now.
Okay.
It was a family emergency.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Clearly, if we want to speculate,
we
have to go with what we know, which was family emergency. The speculation has to be one and only one thing. His sister, who he's very close with, clearly is a professional dancer and an independent contractor.
Yeah,
and he had to go attend to whatever the issue was. And he went to her place of business. And second of all, Lou Williams is a gentleman.
True. Where do gentlemen hang at?
And he went to a
club.
gentleman's club. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
If I wanted to tell a kindergartner about strip clubs, I would hire you. Because that is a beautiful to tell somebody about a strip club.
When you're older, you can go. If you're a gentleman, you can go hang at a gentleman's club. And if you have a family emergency, you can go see your sister.
Yeah, true. It is a gentlemen hang out at gentlemen's clubs.
Well, and by the way, he has a food item on the menu at the gentleman club.
Yo,
so he doesn't go often.
Yes. So the Lou Williams lemon pepper chicken is a staple item on the Magic City menu that was named after.
He's an entrepreneur. He should be on the Food Network also. Listen, we are ridiculing in accusing a man who is simply trying to expand his enterprise and expand his franchise and his brand.
Also stimulate the economy, right?
Stimulate the economy.
It's in a bad shape right now.
You know what? I salute Lou Williams. Thank you, Lou. Thank you, Lou.
Listen, Lou. So the problem, Lou's issue here is not that he wanted to go to a gentleman's establishment, not that he wanted some bomb wings. Because I've have yet to go to Magic City. But from everything that I've heard, the wings are legit bombs.
Joe, can we go out there? Can we go to Magic City?
Post-COVID, yes, because I don't think Magic City is the smartest place to be. And
you know, I got a funny story. I know we're gonna stick to script, but let me real quick. I've been to Magic City. We never
stick to script on this podcast, just so you know. So feel free, okay?
Okay,
we're always off the rails.
I've went to Magic City once.
Okay.
And it was like the most depressing. At that time, I was very innocent. Even though I was an adult, I was still innocent. But I had auditioned for American Idol in Atlanta at the Georgia Dome, when it was still the Georgia Dome.
Yeah.
And I didn't make it. And now I was determined. So I'm taking the Greyhound to Chicago. Right. Mind you, I had like a 5-hour wait. The Greyhound bus stop is right across the street from Magic City. So I'm like, I might have got nothing else to do.
Why not?
Yeah, so it was the most depressing thing ever, because it was like in the middle of the day. It was only like one weirdo in the back in the lap dance. I'm like the chicken.
It was probably me.
Yes, I did see.
The chick on stage staring in my soul. So I never had the wings. Now I gotta go back just to get this
for the wings.
I remember that day. I remember that day, Timothy. You walked in and I was like, what a loser.
What a loser. It's 12 o'clock.
What time is it?
I'm a foodie, so my excuse is definitely going to be the wings first.
Absolutely.
Okay, because everywhere we go, I'm always winning Rome with the food, right?
Always with the food.
I've been hearing about the Magic City wings for a while, and I'm excited to go check out the wing situation.
And that's why we're going to go.
Period. Okay? Period. So we don't blame Lou Williams for wanting to go and support, a local establishment, or wanting to boost the economy, or wanting to just go get some wings. But we do blame him for going and
I'm thanking him.
And I'm low key thanking him too, because
you should be thanking him too.
I'm low key thanking him too, because he's gonna be out for Game 1 on Thursday, and I want to see a Lakers blowout win on Thursday, because
the Clippers still may win. Like it's not like they don't have other firepower. And then it's not like the Lakers are
do they though? So the Clippers are. Lou Williams is one of 6 players now to leave the bubble and have to go through an extensive quarantine period, right?
We remember what Stephen A. Smith said.
What did he say?
Oh, you weren't. That was when you were gone that week.
Yeah, I didn't.
NBA players are going to leave the bubble because they need to have sex. Stephen A. Smith.
He literally.
But you know what? He's right. Like when
he's right.
When this whole thing first started, I did a report. It was about should they play for the because of the Black Lives Matter.
Right.
That was the point. But I remember I was with Giselle Fernandez, and I was like, they won't be able to see their spouses and their girlfriends and XYZ. And she's so funny and crazy on TV. I thought she was going to take the bait and take us down that wicked path, but she didn't. But for real, there's no way that somebody is not getting snuck in there. Or forget that. Like, I feel like they might just start pulling the staff, like the people from the hotels. There's no way.
That's what because my thought wasn't. Before I even heard the Stephen A. quote, my original thought was like, wait a minute. So it's gonna be staff. They can't leave, but it's staff there, and staff can go in and out, and they're keeping the Disney staff. Like, they're not bringing in their own NBA certified staff. So I thought the players was gonna be running rampant through the Disney staff. Like, what's fitting to happen here?
Well, we don't know that. It may be, but I'm just saying, this guy is going to be. It has to be some infiltration. And then if you follow Twitter, there was chicks on there talking about. I got the invite. It was the first day.
Yes, it was. It was.
Yeah.
And if you're not watching, JT has a couple of free Lou signs. One on his shirt, another one was on his phone just now.
Absolutely, free Lou.
But you're right. You're right, Tim. In the first, it might have been the first week that they got to Orlando. A couple of the industry chicks, we'll call them, was on Twitter.
Contractors,
independent contractors. Let's call them. A couple of the independent contractors were already on Twitter and IG talking about how they got invited to the bubble and how they was going and how they was planning their trip to the bubble and all this other stuff.
Good luck with that.
The bubbles that's where the real party is the bubble. The real party is.
Listen, the problem with the bubble, the problem with the situation in Lou Will is, though, this is going to affect the on-court situation, right?
Yes.
Like Lou Williams is now the sixth Clipper. The Clippers. Let's talk about the Clippers. The Clippers is falling out of the bubble left and right. Okay, and it's
but there's only Lou Williams is the only what is it, Landry Shamet and Lou are the only two guys.
So Landry Shamet left the bubble. Montrezl Harrell left the bubble. Patrick Beverly left the bubble. Ivanka Zubac left the bubble, and Marcus Morris left the bubble. Wow. And a couple of them are not going to be back for Thursday's game.
Yeah, Lou and who else? Landry.
I can't remember.
I think they're for the most part they're intact.
They seem intact though. They seem a mess. Okay. Everybody is running them up. They leaving the bubble to go get the Jones and bring the chicks back to the bubble or whatever they doing. They leaving for hot wings or strip clubs or whatever. Meanwhile, Laker Town.
Wait. Facts. Family emergencies also.
Okay, we can call it. Hey, let's call it a family emergency.
Can we talk about Alex Caruso leaving the bubble? Can we talk about that?
Alex didn't leave though. Remember, Alex was supposed to leave for the wedding, and he decided not to go because he knew that he would have to do the quarantine, and it would affect him.
Alex is also married and also has scheduled hair, transplant surgeries that he has to get to because he has a serious issue.
But he's sacrificing that. He's sacrificing that because the Lakers are ready. The Lakers are focused and ready to make this run. No Magic City trips. No Postmates trips. No chicken wing trips.
No Avery Bradley.
We're all here, but we respect Avery Bradley because he wants, for his child and his child's safety and everything that's going on with that. But other than that, the Lakers are intact and the Lakers are ready to go. I can't say the same for the Clippers right now.
You think the Lakers are poised to take them down?
Oh, for sure. I feel good. I feel good.
Well, I know one thing. They're going to win that. Like that first round is a waste of time. Like with the Lakers, like that's like whoever they play is just like the Blazers.
It looks like it's gonna be
Pelicans.
It looks like it's gonna be. Oh, it ain't gonna be the Pelicans because they're not getting in. It looks like it's gonna be the Grizzlies. It looks like they're gonna play.
Oh yeah.
That 1A matchup is gonna be the Grizzlies. So I'm looking forward to see Ja Morant in that series, but we gonna sweep them on out of here. Sorry, Ja.
Yeah.
But for the first round is gonna be very interesting if you're a Clippers fan because that 3-6 matchup, as much as we talk about them having the best two-way backcourt, right? James Harden has his way with the Clippers when he plays. I think he's averaging.
Oh yeah, I remember there was one game. I don't think I caught all of it because I was like about to fly to Philadelphia, and then like they couldn't stop him.
Yeah,
they literally couldn't stop him. But see, this is the playoffs, though. This is where Pat Bev really comes into play. Like, remember, like, even though we know Pat Bev cannot shut down Kevin Durant,
right?
But the fact for those couple games, he was able to at least get into his head. Yeah. I think in the playoffs when the game is slower, like he can really antagonize James Harden.
He can. He can't, but apparently he doesn't bother him enough for him to not drop 30 on them every game.
The problem isn't just Pat Bev.
Let's see what happens in the playoffs, though. It's different.
It's different. The problem is now you're getting that whole front line ready to go. They're all healthy, no excuses. Pat Bev, Paul George, Kawhi. That's tough.
It just seems like for the Rockets, like some teams just have another team number. And I would be very nervous if I was a Clippers fan because you're going to have – even if you win the series, you got Russell Westbrook coming at you 100 miles every game, right? So it's going to be a physical series because of the attitudes with Pat Bev and Westbrook is a giant Pat Bev for real, a more talented, a bigger version of Pat Beverly, right? So you got to deal with that and them banging up against you for a 7-game series, and then you got to deal with the onslaught of James Harden coming at you, whether it's Paul or whether it's Kawhi or whoever is going to be trying to defend him, because he's coming at you every game, and he's going to drop 30 on you every game.
If you're Doc Rivers, how are you, for the most part? Obviously, there's going to be a lot of switching, a lot of strategy going on. But who are you manning up with as far as who are you putting on each guy? Who are you putting on the Beard? Who are you putting on Russ most of the time?
Like for me, again, the Clippers, you could put any of those 3 guys on any of those 3 guys at any time. So that means somebody's going to be fresh for James in the fourth. Whether it's Kawhi, whether it's Paul, whether it's Pat Bev, one of the 3, because it's just 3 positions, and there's only 2 guys in that the backcourt you have to worry about in terms of Russ and James Harden, and I don't even know who the 3 is. So
I don't either.
Therefore you're gonna have one of those 3 able to clamp down on James in that fourth quarter.
We'll see, because so far it hasn't worked out for them. I think they're split as far as the season series goes. But as far as James Harden getting off, James been getting off on the Clippers.
But also remember, and not all those games, but a lot of the times, Paul and Kawhi weren't on the floor. Whether it was load management, whether it was just injury, so even if they were on the court, they weren't cohesive. Right. Now you got you got a healthy Kawhi, a healthy Paul George. I mean, that's and a little gnat in Pat Bev.
Right.
Plus if Lou's back for the first series, if there is a 3-6 matchup between them two, it's just nonstop.
It's gonna be nonstop. It's gonna be fun to watch. It's the thing about it is
plus bully ball.
Right.
They little. Like
right,
you got Montrez and them. Come on,
but
man.
The Clippers need help. The Clippers is not too much bigger though. So that's why I think the matchups work, because the Clippers suffer in the front court. That's why Anthony Davis be chewing them up every time he play them. Right.
Okay.
So it's going to be interesting. If I had to pick, I would still pick the Clippers right now. But it's one of those series where it's very NFL like it's very like it could go. I wouldn't be surprised if you know what I'm saying, if Houston came away with the win in that series. You know what I mean?
There's 2 things I know in this world right now to be true, because everything else has been flipped upside down.
Yeah, right.
1 is we need to free Lou. And 2 is that playoff basketball is not regular basketball.
It's not.
I think the Clippers are going to destroy the Rockets.
I wouldn't say destroy.
Well, so where are they? Where are the Clippers in terms of how far they are from the 3? So they're 5.5 from the Lakers. Where are they in terms of from 2 to 3? I'm not sure on that.
So the Clippers. Let me double check. I'll double check right now. But the last time I checked, the Clippers were very close to the 3rd spot.
I just made a prediction for a series we don't even know is happening yet.
Yeah.
That's how far ahead of the game we stay on Backstage Sports.
But the Clippers are one game. The Clippers are literally the Clippers are 44-20, and the Denver in the 3rd is 43-22.
Oh, so that's about.
You know what I mean? So that's why I said these seeding games are going to matter, because Denver is healthy, and Denver hasn't been going to Magic City, and they've been gelling.
Unfortunately,
Denver can't compete with the Clippers. Like the Clippers, as now they can't compete. Like they like, but I mean that's a whole nother.
That's head to head. That's head to head. But I'm saying as far as the scheduling goes, they can. They can definitely catch the Clippers in the standings and end up in that 2 slot. You know what I'm saying? Especially because the Clippers are low managed heavy. They're going to low manage even in the leading games.
Absolutely not.
I think they are.
They gotta get. Well, okay. I don't know about. They may load manage on minutes, but they're not going to load manage on games. Like, they're going to play everybody every game.
I wouldn't be surprised if towards the end of because they already know we're not catching the Lakers. They're 5 games back from the Lakers or whatever it is. So they already know we're not catching a 1 seed, and they're the load manages. They're the load managed champions of the regular season.
Okay.
So,
yeah,
so I wouldn't be surprised if maybe with 3 or 4 games left to go, if they're locked in, they're not going to get it to the 1 seed.
If they're locked in.
You know what I mean? But I'm starting to think that even if they're not locked in, they might, with a couple games left, somebody gets a little knick-knacker here. They not sitting Paul George or they've been doing it all year, alternating, sitting Kawhi.
I think they want. Yeah, I think they want that 2 seed, unless it's just they feel like it could possibly be detrimental because somebody's banged up and it's not worth the risk.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's not the biggest deal, 2 to 3, but I think 2 is the clearer path, and they want to,
But it could be the difference between you starting in the first round versus Houston and you starting in the first round versus Dallas.
Right.
But I think either way, the Lakers are like instantaneously in the Western Conference Final. Like no matter what happens, like unless the Clippers are like 0-8 in this because then maybe the Clippers will play the Lakers in the semifinals.
If they fall.
Yeah. So, but other than that, because the Clippers may play the Rockets in the second round, or they may play them in the first round. So either way, they have the hard. Or the Nuggets, they're a tough team. You have the harder road to go. The Lakers are like cakewalking into.
We swept these days on the butt. We're sweeping these boys out of here. Okay, let's go to baseball. I know you've covered the start of the Dodgers series, and there's been a COVID breakout that's happened with the Marlins. 17 players have tested positive so far. The Major League Baseball has suspended their games throughout the rest of the week, I think, and whatever that means. Because I don't know
the Marlins games. The Marlins games.
Yeah, they've suspended the Marlins games until Sunday, but I can't see how they're playing next week.
They got to shut the
20
Marlins
players
down.
Got COVID. Like I don't see how that happens.
You got to shut them down. It's over for them.
What's going on?
Get them out of there.
What's going to happen with the rest of the baseball season? Are they even going to? This is only 60 games compared to 1,000. Are they even going to finish the season?
First of all, send all the Marlins to Magic City to just quarantine there. They're right there. Just have them heal up and quarantine, and they'll come back stronger than ever. I promise you that.
They might.
Stronger than ever.
They might.
I've heard the work they do in that kitchen there, I've heard is phenomenal.
I mean, it's good eating. It's good eating. And it fuels you. Good food.
Magic.
The flavor.
It's healing city.
You know what I'm saying? It fuels you. But you know what they say? They say before war, you're supposed to be celibate. Right, and I don't know if
I've heard that's a myth.
Before the playoffs, everybody going to Magic City is a bad idea. Okay? That's what the ancient Greeks say. They say don't do it.
I hear you need to release and be prepared for an extended period of time without.
I don't know about that. I
think it's a release and then you go.
Then I tell you what, these NBA players are gonna. I can predict this. You know how most playoffs are, people tend not to try to fight and stuff because they try to keep their composure because they're concerned about suspension.
Except for Draymond Green, who doesn't have.
Well,
right.
Yeah. I believe people are going to be like pummeling each other this playoff.
Really?
Because they're sexually frustrated. They're in a bubble. They can't leave. And it's hot. And
Lou's gonna be giving everybody hugs.
Lou's gonna be happy. Lou's coming back.
And it's high competition. Oh yeah, might. I'll tell you, you may be seeing like old '90s style throwdowns, man.
Yeah,
dude, I can't wait because this is the strangest situation we've ever gotten into. Right?
Easily.
The Lakers were the 1 seed. You could consider them a favorite. A lot of people have the Clippers. I say they're far and away the 2 top teams. And LeBron's watching the Clippers like you just went into Joe. He's like, man, if I've ever had a time where we could just skate to a championship, I didn't have to play most of this season. You know what I'm saying? Like this is it. This is his best opportunity. I mean, they might have a better team next year. Who knows? But right now he's licking his chops going like, we have to get it done right now.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna get number 4, I need it right now.
Yeah,
that's what I think. And nobody else wants him to win it. Everybody else more than ever. Now he's with the Lakers. Now he goes to the purple and gold, one of the most storied franchises ever. Right? It's like, and the Clippers, they want it. They want to own LA. They've never won a championship.
They're thirsty for that shine.
I can't wait, man. It's gonna be
let me tell you this: being in LA, like I've only been here for a year and a half, and this is the worst time. The Clippers are just cursed, bruh. The Clippers are cursed, and let me tell you why. Because like, I personally was rooting for the Clippers. First of all, I gotta be careful because like I do work for the Lakers network.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not but I'm not a LeBron lover. Like anybody that knows me knows that.
Uh-huh.
But at least I can admit to, all right, he's the second best player of all time. If
I
not,
completely agree.
First best. But let him finish. Let him finish.
But so I mean I can say that. Or also can say like that he has grown. Like we all knew he had the. I think that's my frustration with him.
Yeah.
It's like he's Chris Brown to me of the NBA.
What you mean? Chris Brown has a trouble pass. Okay.
But I'm saying he has Michael Jackson talent. But just shot himself in the foot, not in the same way Chris Brown did. Not in the same way Chris Brown did, but in the terms of like that.
Michael Jackson also had a troubled past.
Oh yeah.
He did. But LeBron's pass is pristine, though.
We're talking talent. We're talking pure talent. Yeah.
I will never forgive LeBron for that Maverick series.
Oh, you got to, bro. You gotta let it go.
I know. If you
gotta let
Michael
it go.
Michael Jordan ain't losing that series. Like,
Michael Jordan got swept in the playoffs in the first round multiple times.
I forgive him. I forgive him.
You gotta forgive. You know
I forgive him. It's just when you're comparing greatness. It's the biggest.
When you're comparing greatness, Jordan has failures just like LeBron does.
Yeah, but you can't lose that champion. You can't lose that finals simply because you didn't show up in the fourth quarter.
I gotta be honest.
Jordan has lost series where he literally has lost a series where the last play of the series was the ball going out of bounds on him.
I'm not even talking about.
Gotta keep the.
I'm not even talking. I'm not talking about losing.
Energy.
My energy is I'm not even talking about losing or winning. I'm just talking about how you played in the series, and LeBron played awful. Because they both have lost, they both have won.
They both have won. I'm saying Jordan has failures just like LeBron do. So you gotta let that.
Here's the bottom line. From years. I don't want to. I'm trying to lead to a point about the Clippers.
Right.
Let me just get this out. From year 7. When Michael Jordan played the Lakers in that finals at the Forum and at Chicago Stadium, he never looked back. Now you could say LeBron had bad teams in Cleveland, and that's fair. I'm talking about post, like after Miami, Cleveland. You could say he had bad teams when he lost the Warriors. That's fair, but that Maverick series is unforgivable.
I don't think it's I hear what you're saying. I don't think it's unforgivable because again, the same way we make excuses that why Jordan was getting spanked and swept in the first round of the playoffs and said, well, he had to learn how to win and LeBron had to learn how to win too. People talk about that Maverick series like that wasn't the first year that they was together. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So we got to keep it all in perspective and keep the same energy when we talk about Jordan. But I don't want to get off on the tangent because this is a whole another podcast segment.
I'm getting keep that same energy shirts made. I always keep the same energy. I keep the energy, Joe.
You don't keep the energy.
Always keep the energy.
No.
But Joe, the point is, so with the Lakers and the Clippers. Like this would be the year they win a championship. Let's say they win this year. They finally win. They can't have a parade.
I know.
You can't. You're not at Staples Center.
I know.
What the hell? Like
it's so Clipper-like. It's so Clipper-like.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't even be mad. Yeah, like it was just whatever.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though. I'm watching every single game of the series if and when they meet in this playoffs, though.
Dude, I've been watching scrimmage games, okay? Like, that's how ready I am for this to come back. Like, I watched a whole 2 scrimmage games last week, and I might watch any of the final ones before Thursday.
I will also say I want the Lakers to win, but if I were betting my money, if I were to take $500 out of my account right now, if I even have $500 in my account, I would have to put it on the Clippers. I think they're stronger.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, they're deeper.
Because of no Avery Bradley.
They look like a mess to me right now.
Because of no Avery Bradley.
They are a mess.
That's the reason.
Yeah. If they survive to the West semis, then they're.
Yeah.
Did we start talking about baseball at some point?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, your audio cut off, Tim.
Hear me?
Yeah, sorry, your audio.
My bad.
Yes,
yeah.
JT. Yes, we were talking. We went off on this because somebody mentioned Jordan and LeBron's name in the same sentence, so we went off on another tangent. But we were originally talking about what you think is going to happen with the baseball season. Like, or do you think?
Energy.
Oh yeah.
Baseball is. Do you think they're even going to finish the season?
I mean, yeah, as long as you get the Marlins out of there, it's as simple as that. Like,
I think the problem is that anytime a team catches fire with the COVID like this, it's not simple because it affects. They were talking about how the Phillies were worried, so then the Phillies had to go get tested because they had. It's the same way. This is how the NBA season got shut down because 2 players on the Jazz tested positive, and then everybody else was like, "Whoa, wait a minute, we just played them last week." Or they were just in our locker room, and so they started canceling games, and then
honestly,
went to season over. You know what I mean?
I would say this is how Rudy Gobert personally got sports shut down, because if Rudy Gobert doesn't happen, I believe they would have played an NCAA tournament with no fans. But because Rudy Gobert. It was just so bad. Like,
yeah, it was dumb.
Him touching the stuff.
He was dumb. He was so dumb doing that.
It was bad. So then it shut it all down. But the baseball, I think you can have it. Like, the problem was the Marlins tried to be slick, and when they had the 4 dudes that were tested that were positive, you quarantine them. Don't play the game against the Phillies. Test everybody. Get the results back a couple days. And you move on. By them trying to hide it and play anyway, that's what got. So as long as people tell the truth, like on Juan Soto, I hope I said his name was. I forgot. Whatever, the Nationals player.
Yeah.
He got his joint. He got his COVID test. He can't play, and they moved on. But you trying to hide stuff like that, like
I didn't know they was trying to hide it. So they was like
not.
Not.
Well, they knew. They had a team meeting and said we're gonna still play.
That's shady, bro. That season should be canceled, man. That is shady. That's shady because if you infect, because you're putting the whole season at jeopardy, right? Because if somebody is asymptomatic or somebody has it, and then you play a couple games, and now a couple teams, somebody's gonna find out that you had 4 players or whatever test positive. So when that is not an if, when that happens. Then they're gonna look at the schedule and be like, oh well, they played the Phillies, and then they went and played the Red Sox, and then they did that, and so that's how you end up scrapping a whole season. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know what the NFL gonna do.
I just it looks like
a tough one.
It looks like that they told Major League Baseball and the NFL that they needed to look very closely at what the NBA was doing in order to realistically try to play out the series. You have to do it in a bubble situation is what all the experts and the doctors were saying.
The problem is, out of all those 3 major sports, baseballs should be the one that should make it because there's the least amount of closeness that has to happen all the time. I mean, you still see guys like the rules, they're not supposed to be high-fiving or doing this, they're supposed to be doing it, but they forget, they're still do their chest bump. But at least, I mean, we're talking tackling, we're talking setting picks, draped over each other on defense.
Yeah.
Baseball should be the sport that makes it.
Yeah.
I would also like to add that if we can forgive the King for playing god-awful against the Mavericks.
Oh, my God.
We can forgive the flying Frenchman, Rudy Gobert, for touching every single thing on a media table.
Don't ever mention Rudy Gobert and LeBron James' name in the same sentence.
I'm just saying if we can forgive one guy, we can forgive another guy.
We will not do that type of blasphemy.
I'll tell you who's on my shit list right now, Donovan Mitchell.
Why?
Wait, Donovan Mitchell and not Rudy Gobert?
Right.
We talked about that. No, we talked about this. Donovan Mitchell had this huge beef that lasted until a few weeks ago over COVID with Rudy. And then Donovan Mitchell brought girls into the bubble.
Oh, he did.
Wait, what? What was that? Is that factual?
Yeah.
That was on the news.
He did. He brought girls into the bubble. I don't know. We don't know what they were doing.
Wait, hold on.
I know exactly what they were doing. I know exactly what they were doing.
Y'all keep talking. I gotta look this up.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it could have been family. You know what I mean? I got a lot of females.
I'm sure it was family. Listen, I'm sure he has sisters that are independent contractors as well, and they need to come into the bubble.
I'm not sure but I did hear that he was trying to bring some ladies into the bubble.
He invited them.
He invited them, so they didn't come. It was yeah. He invited them. It was probably some receipts from one of these 11 hip hop or whatever. You know what I mean?
It was
So he invited them to the bubble.
Yeah, he invited them to the bubble,
right?
Which is a no. Okay.
It was that ugly. It was her Twitter account is Ugly Anna.
Oh,
I'm sure she's ugly.
I'm sure she's
ugly.
Yeah, if ugly means nice.
Yes.
Then
yeah. If it's opposite day.
Back to the show.
She's ugly. She's ugly like Little John in Robin Hood is little.
Yeah, I'm sure he wouldn't be inviting legit ugly Betty to the bubble. So even still, we can't. That's still, it was a no, Donovan Mitchell, and I'm sure he learned better. But at least he didn't leave to try to go to Magic City. Okay, so
I wish he did.
Along with a lot of the baseball season looking like it's falling apart, the list of NFL opt-outs is growing like by the second. I woke up this morning, I saw Marquise Goodwin from the Eagles has also opted out. It's now growing to like it's a pretty substantial amount of players now.
Is there bigger names? I heard I don't know all the list.
Yeah, so let's pull up the list here. So the Patriots have like 6 players: Brandon Bolden, Marcus Cannon, Patrick Chung, Dante Hightower.
That's a big name.
Tarrant, Danny Vital. Like I said, the Marquise Goodwin from the Eagles, which that's going to hurt us. I was really hurt about that. Khalid Brantley from the formerly Washington football team.
That's stupid.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. But like, if we're looking at this list, like the Cowboys, Maurice Kennedy and Stephen Guidry are opting out. Jordan Mack from the Panthers is opting out. DeAnthony Thomas from the Ravens is opting out. Are we in jeopardy of having a baseball situation where like they might just be like, you know what? Because it seems like the NFL is doing the worst job of all the leagues at trying to prepare.
Surprise!
Yes, we are in jeopardy, and I'll tell you why. I don't think it's because of lack of effort. I just think I heard Tom Telesco talk yesterday, right?
Uh-huh.
He's the Chargers general manager.
Okay.
And we were on a conference call with him, and he was talking, and he was like, "We are doing everything we can. When they eat, when we go to meetings, in the hallways, and this, that, and that." And then he said, "But once you go on the field, obviously we can't do it because it's a contact sport. You're destined to fail, but simply for the fact that it's a contact sport, and everything the medical experts have says no contact."
Right.
That's why Magic City's okay. It's a non-contact facility.
It is not a non-contact.
Well, it depends. I don't know. It's by
listen
standard.
Well, some standards, yes, okay.
The great philosopher Chris Rock once said, "There is no sex in the champagne room."
That depends on what champagne room you're in. You know what I'm saying?
Are you questioning Chris Rock?
Yes, I am, for 100%. It just looks it looks like put an asterisk on the season to me, because when you tell me, oh, the Eagles you know what I'm saying, is losing wide receiver help because of the COVID situation and them not being comfortable coming back. I'm like, all right, well, whoever winning that Super Bowl, y'all didn't have to go through us because we losing wide receivers and we losing talent because the NFL is piss poor management. It's not. I'm not gonna be like.
Is it really piss poor management though?
Yeah,
other than the fact that they're not in the bubble, is
right.
it piss poor management?
Well,
can I just throw this in real quick? I would like to check out the bubbles and the asterisks at Magic City. You can continue, Joe. Sorry.
I love that pun. The bubbles and the asterisks. Yes,
put that on a T-shirt.
I'll try it out.
The NFL for the longest time when the Adam Silver and Major League Baseball was trying to figure things out and was throwing different ideas around months ago, the NFL was just like, yeah, we'll be fine. We're just going to start the season when we're going to start the season.
Be good.
Right. Then the pandemic hit at its worst. Then more stuff shut down. And they were just like, well, let's just cancel a couple preseason games. Like, y'all, wake up. Like, Rome is burning. Like,
that's
do something. Like,
that's what you do. No. Some guys want to kneel. Some guys want to kneel for the national anthem. You cancel them.
Yeah, like,
and we have a worldwide pandemic going on. Cancel a couple preseason games. That's what we do.
That's piss poor management to me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Leadership. It's called leadership, Joe.
At the worst, at its worst. Like, it's a perfect example of terrible leadership and piss poor management. And so now you're seeing players come out day after, almost by the hour, more players, and it's going to be some big names, right? Because it's kind of a groundswell right now. But once we hear, Jimmy Garoppolo not coming back to the 2020 season or some stuff like that. Once we hear something like that, then everybody gonna be like, okay, NFL, like, what's going on? Because we just had a couple weeks ago, what was it, Russell Wilson and all of these players, Drew Brees, all these players, everybody was tweeting out like, y'all are really pissing this away, and we're not comfortable coming back to a season where y'all don't look like y'all have any plans or anything in place to keep us safe and to keep the season even going. You know what I mean? So it's looking real shady as far as the NFL goes and trying to finish a season. But we'll see how it goes, and we'll see if they can turn it around, because right now all signs are kind of pointing to it's looking real shaky, and they don't seem like they have a plan. But speaking of the NFL Network put out their list of their top 100 players list. Okay. The Los Angeles Chargers own Keenan Allen had a clear issue with this list. Okay. So he tweeted out, Cheetah is Tyreek Hill. He tweeted at Tyreek Hill.
Not how you spell biting.
He tweeted at Mike Evans and Chris Goodwin, when I guess he meant to tweet at Chris Godwin. And he said, the list goes on, are not a better receiver than me, faster than me every day of the week, but separation, child, please. Well, Mike Evans then responded, let him know that he tagged the wrong Chris Godwin, and said, don't be mad at us. We ain't make the rankings or care about him. I like the confidence, but realistic, you're not on my level, bro.
Wow.
Facts.
I knew this was Keenan was out here, but I didn't know it got to this level.
Yikes. It went. And so then Chris Godwin chimed in and said, oh shit, don't sweat it, G. Chris Goodwin ain't better than me either. Chris Goodwin was the wrong name. And he tweeted.
Hey, listen, I'll tell you right now, Chris Goodwin isn't better than me either. I'll suit up right now.
Straight up. He's not better than me either. I probably could kill him in the 40, because I looked at his page and he doesn't look like he's very athletic at all.
Not good. He plays a lot of Madden.
Yeah. I do think Keenan Allen is a little underrated.
I do.
Yeah, he's underrated, but
is he better than Mike Evans? No. He's tripping. You're tripping, bro. You're not better than Mike Evans. I'm sorry.
Mike Evans is arguably the best receiver in the league. I don't think Keenan Allen is arguably the best receiver in the league.
No. And then I'd rather have Tyreek Hill than Keenan Allen, because his game's changing speed is so good. Like, he's so good. Like, it's unbelievable. And you know what? Who else is good on the Chiefs? The kid from Georgia. He's about to be crazy too. He kicks returns for them as well. What's the kid's name? I covered him when I was in Atlanta. You know what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking about. I just
it's bothering me.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't think of it either.
Sanu.
No, not Sanu. Coleman or something like that. Something. I can't believe this.
Yeah.
I can't believe this. It's bothering me. But
yeah.
So they're deadly, the Chiefs' offense, man. Like even with the salary cap, ain't gonna be stacked up. It's still
right.
Right now, they got so many guys on the cheap.
Right. Yeah. So this is the list of wide receivers that were ranked ahead of him. Obviously, Michael Thomas was number one, which we can't really argue with. DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, Mecole Hardman was his name.
Mecole Hardman. Yeah, he's a beast.
Monster on the low.
Yeah, he's a beast. DeAndre Hopkins was 2, Julio Jones 3. Oh,
who's 1?
Mike Evans. Michael Thomas.
Okay.
Mike Evans 4. Like I can't stop me when I can get to a guy who shouldn't be above Keenan Allen. Tyreek Hill is 5.
By the way, this is just a personal. Julio Jones, man, I'm so sick of Julio Jones. He's overrated, bro. Like
overrated.
Like I understand he's good, but I understand I've seen him fall short when you need him most. Like,
true.
I'm an Eagles fan, so it doesn't matter.
I'm about to say he did it against the Eagles, and I was thanking God that he dropped that ball against us.
Like he'll do it. He'll beat the Eagles in a random game in September on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah.
But when it matters, like other than that one year they went to the Super Bowl, he hasn't done it for me.
Yeah. But all of those guys that we just named, like
are better than Keenan Allen.
They're better. They're just better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I like Keenan Allen. I think Keenan Allen is a beast. Like I think when I'm drafting my fantasy team, he like one of the wide receivers I'm looking for.
I gotta be honest. Would we put Godwin over Keenan Allen though?
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. He was right about that.
That
Good
list has.
He's right. He's right about that. Yeah.
Mike, that's a big one to say because for me, I know you're competitive. Bro? For me, like I know you're competitive, but like if you don't recognize Mike Evans as being one of the biggest beast receivers in the league, and say at least I could see why someone might think he's better than me, and then you got to tweet out, like that's too much for me.
And to be fair. Keenan Allen has been did it last year with a terrible Phillip Rivers. So
I know.
Imagine like if he had like a nice quarterback,
right.
You know what I mean?
He's
like,
great. He's phenomenal. But
imagine if defenses couldn't just key in only on Keenan Allen. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, they do have Mike Williams, and
yeah, but he's not. Mike Evans is, if you're look at Tyreek Hill's situation, right? Like.
Yeah.
Look at the wide receiver corps there. Look at the wide receiver corps in Tampa Bay. Like they can't just key in on Mike Evans. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
Like, imagine if Mike Evans was like 6'4", 230 with great hands and speed. Wait a minute.
I can't. He was right about Chris Godwin though. I don't see how.
I might agree with that too. I love Chris Godwin, but I think Keenan Allen's probably better.
Yeah, he's bugging. He's bugging about that. Okay, so
let's get a little Magic City release.
Honestly, there were times in that soccer stadium. There were times in the stadium where Keenan Allen was the only cat worth watching.
I know. Like, you know what I'm saying? And even this coming season, I was surprised that they didn't go out and try to get Cam Newton because I thought that he would have been great for the Chargers. And that.
I don't know what they were thinking about. Like, we'll see how Justin Herbert. Everybody wanted Tua though.
I just feel like with Cam, it's the difference of an organization. You go to the Chargers, he has some highlights. It ends bad. You go to the Patriots, you have a chance. If it's a fit, you have a chance to do something great.
Yeah.
Because the Chargers, they just find a way to screw everything up, man.
That's true.
Everything up.
And he has, even though the talent-wise right now, the Chargers look way better than the Patriots do to me right now, especially with them losing. Yeah, I mean, who do the Patriots have?
On paper, they look better. They look better.
What help does Cam have?
I mean, like,
you think Cam would take Keenan Allen over everybody on the Patriots?
That's a disrespect to one of the greatest white wide receivers of all time. We'll call him a white receiver, Julian Edelman.
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't.
White receiver.
But I don't know. Like, well, I mean, I guess you could say the Chargers are the second best team in the AFC West. But that's about it. The Patriots probably win that division again.
That's the thing. The problem is on paper the Chargers look better, but paper doesn't matter to Bill Belichick. He always finds a way to
part. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I'd rather be in New England.
They have the edge coaching wise and system wise. Like, it's definitely, and it's even as far as your division, right? I'd rather be in the Patriots division. You know what I mean? Because they're gonna cakewalk through that division, even without Tom Brady and without Gronk and without any type of help, and with Julian Edelman being.
Well, they're not going to cakewalk. They're going to battle with the Bills.
That's true. They're going to battle. I mean, outside of the Bills, it's the cakewalk. You know what I'm saying? Realistically, I wouldn't be surprised if the Bills win the division. I would actually maybe pick them to win the division. It's just right now the supporting cast for Cam is not great, and to me, it's not what if you were to drop him into the Chargers. You know what I'm saying? That would be scary to me. You know what I mean? Like a Keenan Allen situation.
It would be scarier, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's get out of here on this. Anthony Davis is questionable for Thursday. I don't know if I've been watching the scrimmages. I don't know if y'all been watching the scrimmages, but he got poked in the eye in the last scrimmage.
Who got poked in the eye?
Anthony Davis got poked in the eye. So he's going to be out Thursday. They don't know if he's going to be out. It's iffy. So he might miss the first game on Thursday.
He got poked in the eye with the finger that went in the eye.
That's an eye, bro. They don't know if he can see.
That was about all this. I saw that play happen. That was about all the scrimmage I watched on Saturday.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to say this right now. If he just
they was going for it though.
If AD got poked in the eye during scrimmage, asterisk if the Clippers win it this year.
100% easy. Yeah, 100%. This is without a doubt an asterisk situation. If I don't want to hear, especially if he misses this game Thursday, okay? Because that's a game that counts. These are real games that matter.
Wait, whoa. Like, you telling me if they lose Thursday and they meet the Clippers in the playoffs and they come on, y'all, they come on, man. Like,
I'm saying first of all, I'm already low key putting an asterisk on the season because Avery Bradley is gone, and that's a big loss.
It all hinges on whether the Lakers win or lose.
True, because if we win, then it's good. But the thing is, the Clippers, who is our biggest threat, they haven't really lost. Like come playoff time, like they're gonna miss a couple seeding games, but come playoff time, they haven't lost anybody. We did. We don't have Rondo. We don't. So really, like the loss of Rondo and the loss of Avery Bradley is really underrated because who's the backup point guard for the Lakers? So now you have LeBron.
Yeah, I don't underrate that at all. I think
it's a big loss. Like we joke about it, but it's a big loss. And when rotations get tight in the playoffs, it's gonna affect us.
Yeah, you get to the playoffs, man. Rondo may not look like the old Rondo, but you want him in the playoffs.
Right.
He also had all the muscles. I don't know what diet he was on, but he looked like he was ready for the playoffs.
He was on the Magic City diet.
He was on that Magic City, that Lou Williams wing diet.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
We are wrapping up. Tim, thank you so much for joining the show. Tell the people where they can follow you and support anything that you got coming up.
It's simple. At Timothy Parker TV. You catch me on Spectrum News 1, I guess, every day, especially this week.
Yeah.
I'll be live Thursday talking about the NBA season, and I will be in studio Friday recapping the game. So
okay, dope. So we'll watch.
We'll
be watching. You can catch Tim on Spectrum News 1 and Spectrum Sports Thursday for the very first Lakers game. Thank you so much for joining us, Tim. I'm Joe Conner. I'm at Joe Conner 33 everywhere. Make sure that you like and subscribe and turn your notifications on YouTube so you know when we're dropping a video. Also, Free Lou. JT, you want to tell people where they can buy the Free Lou t-shirt that you have on and where they can follow you?
Listen, it has to be physical dollar bills delivered to my house.
All singles.
That will be sent directly to Lou for the Free Lou Foundation.
Yes.
So you can find me at JT Harker on everything. And thank you guys for listening. Listen, the subscriptions on YouTube, the listening is going up. I've been looking at the analytics. Our views on social media is going up slowly but surely. We started this show during quarantine. And we also are now on TikTok. So if you're on TikTok,
yes,
we'll
go follow our TikTok page and keep streaming. If you're listening on iHeart and Spotify and Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts, keep listening, keep streaming. We see you there, and we appreciate it. We're gonna keep pushing out content
and hit follow on all those things. Follow, subscribe,
smash the follow button.
Whatever you can do. Please,
do
please,
and
thank you.
All right, until next time, this has been the Backstage Sports Podcast. Be safe and be great. Peace.
Backstage Sports.